Morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now, not the best day to be down the allotment today. It's windy, it's rainy, it's very wet. So I'm just gonna do possibly a few jobs, just so I'm not wasting my day off. I do plan on getting my strawberry bed cleared out today and get it relaid, recovered, and just make it look a lot better than it did this year. So yeah, I'll crack on and I'll show you what I'm doing. Yeah, so this is my strawberry bed. Now, yeah, you can see full of weeds, full of dandelions, just full of anything and everything. So I do have a currant bush in the middle. Now, some of the larger leaves are the type of strawberries that I brought online. And a lot of these smaller leaves, now these are already here and they have produced a lot of strawberries this year, but they were very small and they had a really sort of perfume taste, whereas the larger ones had a proper strawberry taste. Now the plan is I really just need to pull out any of the ones I'm going to keep, maybe pot up a few for family and friends, but then the rest I'm gonna just get rid of. Now I've got them escaping in my path. They're popping up on other beds somehow. But yeah, I'm gonna start pulling things out, getting things planted up, and yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, so you can actually see that I'm trying to separate the larger plants that I had over the smaller plants, because I believe they will give me better fruit next year. Now each one, I can get them out of the ground, each one has obviously started their runners and have produced their own shoots. Now that just means more plants for me, so we'll have to go through and hopefully separate newer plants to start spreading around. But yeah, for now, gotta keep digging. So I do only want to save maybe 20-25 plants. I just want to give it a real even layout and each one room to grow and just look tidier than what it was before. Now I am focusing more on this half of the bed because last year when I got my new strawberries, because this side already had quite a lot in, I kind of just kept them over this side. So these are the strawberries that I want to save and harvest over the ones on the other side. Right, I believe that is all the larger plants dug out. The rest I'm going to just clear, get rid of, and so yeah, and just get this bed looking more productive, more in order. So yeah. So yeah, this isn't important, but this is something that I wanted to do. I just wanted to sit and separate some of these leaves and dead, just so I'm left with a, you know, a nice small plug like this. Give it a quick swill in the water and just plonk it over there. Now I'll do this to all of them so I get an idea of how many that I have. Anything with runners I will separate because they have roots on now, so I can use those anyway. So yeah, what a lovely day. So how's everyone's weekend? How's their gardening coming along? How's their allotments? You know, the things we do are the things we love to do. Now that is a really good, healthy looking strawberry plant. So yeah, that's a good one. Now, I'm still pretty new to gardening and allotment gardening, and I believe doing this at this point of the year, when they've died back, when they've stopped producing fruit, I think it's probably the best time for them to, you know, be separated, planted on, moved around. I don't believe this is going to affect the plant in any major way, so I think next year these will still do amazing, give me strawberries, and yeah, will hopefully look a lot better. Another reason I wanted to wash them is that bed contains a lot of weeds and a lot of problems that I don't want to happen next year. So I just want to make sure that there's no seeds embedded in the soil around the roots that possibly next year will sprout back. So yeah, this is just another reason why I'm cleaning them, I'm separating them, and just starting again. And at least I know that in this lovely British weather, all the strawberries that I place here are not going to dry out in the sun. So yeah, another reason why today is the best day to do this. And considering I started with maybe, I think there was 12 or 20 plants last year in that bed from the ones that I brought, I've almost tripled, easily tripled my yield and my plants. So yeah, that's a good one. Some of these have actually, really clustered together. Now these were individual plants, so this is maybe 4 or 5 plants growing out of the same kind of base. So I'm going to leave that as it is. Hopefully it will just mean it's going to be a thicker, stronger plant next year. But yeah, I'm not going to risk damaging it by separating it. I would just plant it as it is, and hopefully it's going to bush out nicely. Right, I'm almost done. So one of the reasons this year that I purposefully left my strawberries to do their own thing, I didn't cut them back, I didn't get rid of the runners, because I wanted all these extra plants. I wanted to be able to, spread and increase my strawberries. I did want to do a second bed on my new plot somewhere. And I know a lot of people like to cut the runners off to maximize like the fruit and the energy going to the fruit. But I wanted more plants. So yeah, another reason why that bed looks so rough, intentionally. But yeah, I'm so chuffed with how these have grown. They're just massive. The root systems are amazing and they are dense. So yeah, really hopeful for some big strawberries next year. Now I think I do have enough. Any left here that I find, I do want to kind of pot on, store in the polytunnel over winter. Now I do have, that's a strong one. I do have some friends and family that want some strawberry plants, so I'm going to be able to give them as many as they want. Maybe an umbrella in this weather is not the best idea, so I'll put this away because it's pretty useless. Right, I need to get out of the rain, so umbrella is up and I'm going to just sit and pot on some of the strawberries that I've took from my original plants. Now these are just the runners that obviously grow from the mother plant. Usually you don't start to pot these up until they start to get their own roots. Now usually you can just put a small pot of soil, and tuck this in, leave it attached to the original plant just to keep it alive until it gains its roots. But safe to say, all of these have their own roots. So I'm going to just pot myself up 15 and these can go in my polytunnel and just do their thing until next year, and then I can decide whether to give some away. I can decide to make a new strawberry bed, or yeah, just increase the bed that I already have. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here out of the rain, out of the wet, and plant a few of these ready for next year. Some of these are very small, like this one, but it does have roots, so I'm still going to plant it. I'm still going to be hopeful, and yeah, fingers crossed it's still going to grow and give me some nice strawberries next year. Right, so yeah, 15 strawberries, all free, all from my own plants, and I will give these a water, not because they need watering, but I need to clean the tray, and then I will place it in the polytunnel, and over the next few months these should start to kick out new growth, and next year I can decide what to do with them. So yeah. Yeah, so these are the strawberries that I've collected from my bed. There's about 35 here, which is plenty for what I want to do. Now, again, a lot of them have some nice strong roots, some questionable, but I will get this bed cleared, get it covered over with some weed membrane, and hopefully today I can get these in the ground. All you arachnophobes out there, look away now. I have just disturbed the biggest spider's nest ever. Now they are everywhere. Now yeah, so this bed is pretty much clear now. There's a few strawberries still left in the ground, but I think when I dig it over, I could pull those out. There's quite a few still rooted in. I don't want them to push through the membrane next year and cause any issues. So I will try and get them all out if I can. If there's some left in the ground, then that's how it is. But yeah, for now, just going to dig it over, see what I can get out, and hopefully get it covered with the membrane. You might be wondering why I'm digging this over if I'm planning on just covering it anyway. Now, one reason is last year I had bindweed everywhere. So these roots here that you can see, I believe these are all bindweed roots. Now again, they're all over this bed, as you can see. But the plan is to get as many of these out as I can before I put the weed membrane down, just to minimize it all coming back next year. So yeah, not nice. You don't want this everywhere. So yeah, you can clearly see it's a lot better. Now I've dug it all over. I've removed any other strawberries that I could find. I do need to just tidy up some of the corners where the strawberries have obviously escaped onto the path. Yeah, for now, I can actually get this covered with some of my soil from over there to give it a nice even layer. You know, a bit of good soil, because this hasn't actually been touched since I got the plot. This was one of the beds, as well as this bed here, which was just left as it was. For now, I want to get some chicken pellets down, which I have over here. Put some goodness back in the soil, top it up with my existing soil in the bags, just to give it a nice even layer, and then I will cover it with the weed membrane. Yeah, so this is my chicken manure pellets. Now I just store it in this to keep it dry. But yeah, you can get this from most garden centres. I get a massive sack of this and it kind of just goes over all my beds. Yeah, so I'll just give this a nice heavy sprinkling, just to add a bit more goodness back to this bed. Now this is just slowly released over the year, so that's good to do. You can also add fish blood and bone or any manure to this. Yeah, just to give it a good start next year. From this tiny bed, I got masses and masses of bindweed. Now you can see it's just never ending. Now I know for a fact I haven't got it all, which is fine. It's just an ongoing thing. But my other beds that I did during the year tend not to have it, or just very minimal amounts. It was mainly this bed, but hopefully with me getting all of this, it will give it a better chance next year of it just not overtaking the strawberries. So yeah, I've had to stop. It's too wet, too cold, and my phone can't be out there in this. So I will have to continue my strawberry bed the next time I'm here. But for now, I hope you enjoyed my video. Like and subscribe, and hopefully stay tuned for the next one, where I will finish the strawberry bed. Hopefully on a day where there's no rain. So yeah, and I hope you're having a great weekend.